Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, we will create a floating label using Tailwind CSS. So if you see this example and if I click on this input, you can see this username goes up. So this is what we will create. So I will be using Tailwind Playground to create this example. Okay, so first let's remove all this code, and here I will take a div, and inside this div I will take one more div, and inside this div I will take a form tag. And inside the form tag I will take a div, and inside there will be a label plus input, and I'll press tab. Okay, let me format this. Now inside the label I will take a username, and in the input I'll take a placeholder with username. Now let's do some styling using Tailwind CSS. So in the parent div I will add a class that is going to be bg hyphen rows hyphen 200, and padding from top and bottom will be 32, padding from left and right would be 10, and we need this background to cover the entire screen. For that I'll be using min height screen, so minimum height screen. Okay, so now this background color covers the entire screen. Now I will create a card. Okay, so inside this div I will take a class with which is bg white, padding will be 10, and shadow will be lg. Okay, so as you can see we are getting a shadow. Now we need a rounded corners, so for that I will use a class which is called rounded lg. Okay, so now we are getting a rounded corners. The spelling is wrong, so rounded corners. Okay, so rounded hyphen lg. So now this is looking like a card, but if I increase this, so it is 100% on all the screen, which we don't want. We want 100% only in the mobile screen, and in the medium device I want it to be 2/3 width, and in the large screen I want the width to be half. So for that I will add responsive classes. So first one is medium. In medium device I need the width to be 2/3, and in large screen I need the width to be half. Now let's check, and by default in mobile it will be 100%. So in medium device it is 2/3, and in larger screen it is half. Okay, but as you can see this card is going to the left. I need this card in the center, so for that I will add a class which is mx auto. Okay, now if I go to a larger screen, now this card is in the center, so this is what we want. Now I will add some styling for the input. So here I will add a class. Okay, let me do an enter. Okay, and here we will add a class. So let's add a class here. So the class will be border. First we will add the border. So border bottom 2. So as you can see we are having a border here. Now let's add the color for this border. So border gray 300. Now we need this text to be gray in color. So text, sorry, not this text, this is a placeholder, but whenever I type something this should be in a gray color. So here I will add a class. So text gray, that is going to be 900. Okay, so now if I type something, so this is text gray 900. Okay, now what else we need? So once I click on this input, you can see we are getting a focus on the entire input. So we don't want that. We want the focus only on the bottom. So for that I'll remove the focus. So focus outline none. Okay, now if I click, you won't see the focus, but now I want the focus only at the bottom. So focus, that is going to be border rows 600. Okay, so now if I click, sorry, focus spelling is wrong, so focus. Okay, so if I click, as you can see we are getting a border of 600. Okay, now this width is till here only. We need a full width. For that I will add width full. So width full. Okay, so now we are getting this input in a full width. So now what we will do is we will make this label just look like this placeholder. Okay, so once I type something, the placeholder should go away and the label should move up. Okay, that's what we wanted. Okay, so once, let me click here. Okay, so if I click on this, the label goes away and we can type something. So that's what we wanted. That's our goal. So when you want to check if the field is empty or not, mostly we use JavaScript to check if the value of input field is empty or not. But there is a way of doing this with just CSS using the placeholder shown pseudo class. So if I go to Tailwind documentation, so if I search for placeholder, see here I've already searched for you. So placeholder shown pseudo class. So if I click here, so this is the placeholder shown pseudo class. Okay, this is what we are going to use. So we will use this in example, but if you want to read something about it, you can just go to the documentation and read it. But we will use this pseudo class in this example. Okay, and because we wanted to style the label differently, if the input has the placeholder showing, we are going to use sibling selector, and for that we are going to use peer variant. Okay, so our input element is going to be the peer element that we want to listen to for the placeholder shown state. So we need to add a class of peer to it. So here I will add a class of peer. Okay, and now I will add a class to the label. So here inside the label I will add a class which is going to be peer placeholder shown, and let's say we want the text to be uppercase for this label if the input has the placeholder showing. So here I will add uppercase. Okay, so as you can see, we have given this uppercase to the label, but still it is not in the uppercase, and if I type something, it does not change. Okay, the reason why it is not working is because our peer placeholder shown class is looking for a sibling selector with the class of peer before it in the document. So here is our label element and there is no sibling element before it, and the element with the peer class is sitting after it. Okay, for that reason this is not working. So to solve this, we need to cut this label and we need to paste it after the input. So as I've moved the position of this label, you can see that username is in the uppercase. So this is working now. Okay, and as soon as I type something, it responds to this placeholder. Okay, so here is the placeholder with the username, so it is responding to that. Now the first thing we will do is we will handle the positioning of this label. So first let's remove this class, and inside this div I will add a class which is called relative, and now we can give absolute class to our child element. So here in the label I will add a class absolute. Now as you can see, this username is going on the right side. So for that we need to give two more classes. So I'll do left 0, okay, and top will be 0. So now as you can see, the label and the placeholder are merging with each other, so we don't want that. So we will give a negative top. Okay, so I'll do minus top 6. Now this is the label and this is the placeholder. Now this is how it will look when the field is not empty. And now we are going to apply changes to how it should look when the placeholder is shown, because the field is empty. Now we need to add a class peer placeholder shown. We will give the text as base. Okay, because if the field is empty, I want the text to be bigger. Now we will add one more peer class. So peer placeholder shown, and we need the text to be gray in color. So text gray 400. So now this is matching with each other. So this is the label and this is the placeholder, but both the styling are matching. This is what we wanted. But now one more class I want to add is peer placeholder shown, and I will add top 0. Okay, now the label and the placeholder are merging together. This is what we wanted. As we have created the label that explains what the field is, so we don't want to show the actual placeholder. So if I remove this placeholder, okay, let's remove this. So now as you can see, this is not working. So let's keep this as it is. So how do we fix that? So we need to add a utility class. We need to style the color of the placeholder. So inside the input, I will add a utility class which is called placeholder transparent. Okay, so now the placeholder is gone. Now this is the only label. So if I type something, you can't see anything because we have made the placeholder invisible but still shown. Okay, so let me bring it back, the username. So we have our label here which looks like the placeholder. Okay, now if I click on this label, nothing happens. Okay, it does not focus. For that we need to use the for attribute in the label. So whenever I click on the label, it will tell the browser that we want to target this input. Okay, for that let's say I will give user name, and inside the input we need to give the ID as username. So the for attribute and the ID should be same, and we also need name, that is going to be again username. Okay. So now if I click on this input, now we are able to focus on that. So this is very important to understand why we use for and the ID in the input. Now if I type something, this label moves up, okay, but the effect is very fast. We need a smooth transition effect. So for that I will add transition property. So here I will add transition all, okay, and if I type something, the effect is very smooth. Okay, now we will do one more thing. If I click on this input, okay, so let me remove this. So if I click on this input, this label should move up so we can get a space to type. Okay, so we will be using another peer variant, which is peer focus. So inside the label, okay, here I will use peer focus, that is going to be minus top 6. Okay, again peer focus, that is going to be text gray 600, and another peer focus which says text small. Okay, so now if I click on this, now this username, this label has gone up and we got the space to type. Okay, and this I kept it small, okay, which looks better. Okay, so here if you can see, if I click on this, it moves up. So if I click this, it moves up. So this looks much better. Now there is one more thing. If I hover on it, you can see there is an arrow, but we don't want that. Here in the example, if I hover on this, you can see we are getting a cursor. Okay, so for that we need to add one more class inside the label. So let me add here only. Okay, after transition all, I will add. You can add anywhere you want, but I will add here. So cursor text. Okay, so as I hover on it, you can see a cursor. Okay, and if I click on it, this moves up and I can type anything. So this is it. Okay, I hope you like this video, and we have completed this floating label in the form. So this is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.